Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to my TED Talk called Cancer Sucks. Today is Tuesday, April 8th, and it feels like the right time to kind of check in and update you all on my journey. There's been a fine line between being awkwardly vague about talking about this stuff and TMI, so buckle up because I'll probably mess it up on both ends of that spectrum. It's been a little over a month since I made an update, and I'm happy to report that there's been really a lot of tremendous progress uh, on the past few weeks. And so, what does that mean? Well, you really kind of have to start with some numbers. And the first number is 4. That is the number when a guy goes to get their blood test for prostate, and if your PSA, which is short for prostate specific antigens, that's over a 4. That's where doctors begin to suspect that you might have cancer, and they'll most likely order an MRI to give you a scan of that particular organ to see, to look for tumors or lesions or whatever you want to call that stuff. So when I checked into the hospital, that was at the end of January, my PS number was measured at 1600. Correct, 1600. They didn't believe it either, which is why they tested it multiple times, but it kept coming back at that number. Really, I'd never seen a score that high. I think that's the first time I heard someone refer to me as a statistical anomaly. So, whatever. It was about 2 weeks later when I was getting a second opinion down at Penn, and that doctor was like, you know what, it's probably even higher than that. And he was right. I'll share with you the number here. Yeah. So it was really high. And even those of you who don't do math well, just not a good place to be. So thankfully, to all the doctors, everything went backwards with me. Instead of getting the number, then getting the scan, then getting the biopsy, then getting the diagnosis, and then getting the treatment, mine was pretty much stuck in reverse. And thankfully, that turned out to be a good thing for me because it really began, the process, as I think I mentioned that earlier, just a lot more quickly than for a lot of guys who have to wait for weeks of which you're not going to get treatment. So here's the good news that I hopefully will share correctly with you. This is the number from last week. So 3016 to 11.27. That's a lot better number. Most people would get that number and go, oh, and I'm very happy about it. As so are the doctors. And, another thing I've started to realize is that if a doctor's smiling when he's talking to you, then like things are going in the right direction. So now, so we're at a situation where a third part of what they call triplet therapy. I'm on 2 pretty serious meds that have been attacking that PSA and bringing it down, and have kind of caused the cancer to, I've heard, go to sleep. I've heard be arrested. So I don't know, arrested and asleep or both of those things. But I'll start chemotherapy to add on to that. That's the triple of the triplet, to then kill as many of those cells that are arrested and sleeping as possible. And that involves 6 sessions, once every 3 weeks. So over the course of the next couple months, I'll be doing that. And again, it's another kind of heavy duty med to throw at this, but thankfully I am somehow and otherwise pretty good shape. So they're ready to throw the kitchen sink at it. And so I'm ready to throw 2 kitchen sinks at it. So let's go and let's get it. So that's kind of the state of play right now with me. Again, I want to thank all of you so much for your thoughts and your prayers and your attention and your door dashes and your food at the front door and the well wishes in person and on the phone. It really means a lot. It really, really means a lot to me. And it is something that is really kind of keeping me going because this is this is definitely a pain in the ass. I specifically want to call out Beatty, has been just a rock star with all this. Like, I'm kind of just sitting here sick like a lump, feeling sorry for myself. She has to get up in the morning, go to work. She has a high pressure and intensive job with not an easy commute, and she's doing it all with aplomb. And I obviously wouldn't be here without her by my side. But really, once again, for everybody, I really appreciate everything. Medical bills are starting to come in, so as sheepish as I was maybe about the idea to GoFundMe, now it seems a pretty damn good idea. Lots of tests and lots of doctors and lots of appointments, and yeah, it's a big deal. So that's enough about me. What about me? I'll send another update, once I kind of get started on the chemo stuff. In the meantime, I hope all of you are well and doing well, and I hope keep the messages up, keep reaching out. Even if I don't get back right away, I should do it eventually. Hopefully we can see each other, if not this way, then in person, and then maybe over cocktail, because for the record, it's not against my treatment protocol. So again, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hope you're well. Talk to you soon.